We need to talk about Jason Morgan. Everyone is focusing on Jason being suspicious of Britt Westbourne for hiding the truth about Cassius Faison. But if you ask me, that is just a distraction. Jason is about to make a decision that will shake Port Charles to its absolute core. I am predicting that Jason is going to officially step down from the mob. He is going to look Sonny Corinthos in the eye and refuse to be his right-hand man anymore. And that changes everything. Jason is choosing Danny over the cartel. But think about the domino effect here. Sonny without Jason is like a king without his sword. It creates a massive, gaping power vacuum in the underworld. Sonny is going to be scrambling, desperate to find a replacement to keep his enemies at bay. Will he turn to Brick? Will he lean on Rick Lansing? Whoever steps into Jason's shoes is going to have a target on their back from day one. The streets of Port Charles are about to become a war zone because the ultimate enforcer has just walked away. But wait, it gets worse. Let us talk about Hudson. We all saw Ethan Lovett pack his bags and run for his life the second Hudson arrived in town. Everyone assumes Hudson is just a shady businessman who had a personal beef with Ethan. I am not buying it. If you ask me, Hudson is on a highly classified, incredibly dangerous secret mission. Ethan was never the main prize. Ethan was just the first name on a very long hit list. Here is where things get messy. Hudson is a ghost, and he is hunting multiple people in Port Charles. I suspect his mission is tied directly to the WSB, the missing black box, or maybe even the cold fusion project that Ross Cullum botched. Ethan running away is just the opening move in a terrifying game of chess. Hudson is going to start circling other characters, pulling them into a web of blackmail and extortion. Nobody is safe right now, and the body count might start rising sooner than we think. Guys, this is where it gets interesting. We have to pivot to Anna Devane. Anna has been suffering from these horrifying hallucinations of Peter August. Everyone, including Anna, thinks this is just PTSD. They think her mind is fractured from being held captive and psychologically tortured by Ross Cullum. But what if it is not? What if someone is actively, intentionally gaslighting her? I mean, think about it. Cullum played dirty mind games with Caesar Faison. Someone else could be finishing Cullum's work. I believe someone is secretly dosing Anna. Someone is slipping a neurotoxin into her coffee, manipulating her environment, and trying to drive the police chief completely insane. And here is the biggest twist. Who is the one person in Port Charles with a dark history in the medical genius to figure out a rare, undetectable toxin? Britt Westbourne. That is right. Britt is not Anna's enemy in this storyline. Britt is going to be her savior. Anna's going to realize that her mind is being played with, and she will have to turn to the woman she just tried to take down. Britt will run the secret toxicology screens. These two bitter rivals are going to have to form a secret alliance to catch the Phantom, who is trying to destroy Anna's sanity. If they fail, Anna loses her badge and her mind. What happened next may be even worse. Let us shift gears to the corporate bloodbath at Deception. Lucy Coe thinks she is a genius. She brought her adopted daughter, Serena Baldwin, back to town to act as her loyal soldier. Lucy thinks Serena is going to help her fight off Tracy Quartermain and Brooklyn. But Lucy is inviting a vampire into her own house. Serena is not here to play the supportive sidekick. Serena has her own massive ambitions. I am looking at Serena, and I see a corporate shark smelling blood in the water. Maxie is making side deals with Michael Corinthos. Tracy is plotting with Stella Henry. The entire company is destabilized and vulnerable. Serena is going to let Brooklyn and Tracy tear Lucy apart, and while they are all distracted, Serena is going to execute a hostile takeover. She is going to quietly gather the voting blocks, manipulate the board, and steal the CEO chair right out from under Lucy. Serena is not an ally. She is the new boss. And then everything spiraled. We need to talk about Dr. Tristan Roberts. He just showed up at General Hospital, throwing his weight around and clashing with Britt. Everyone thinks his past is just going to be some boring medical malpractice lawsuit coming back to haunt him. Wrong. Tristan's past is dark, dangerous, and it is heading straight for Port Charles. I predict that a ghost from Tristan's past is going to arrive in town carrying a secret that completely destroys Tristan's arrogant facade. But this is not just hospital drama. This secret is going to be deeply connected to the criminal underworld. It is going to drag Jason Morgan or Sonny Corinthos directly into a new crisis. Maybe Tristan was a mob doctor for a rival syndicate. Maybe he owes a massive blood debt. When this mysterious figure arrives, Tristan is going to lose all his power, and the Corinthos cartel will be forced to clean up the explosive mess. But that's not even the biggest surprise. Let us look at the absolute war zone between Alexis Davis, Willow Kane, and Drew Kane. The verbal sparring is over. Drew is out of his wheelchair. Nina pushed him into the lake, Gio saved him, and now Drew is fully mobile and out for vengeance. Willow thought she could silence him. She thought Jack Brennan's missing black box would give her the leverage she needed. She was dead wrong. Drew is preparing a massive, scorched earth counterattack. He wants to destroy Willow's political career, her freedom, and her marriage to Harrison Chase. But here is the ultimate twist. Alexis is going to stumble onto the smoking gun. Alexis will accidentally uncover a piece of evidence that is powerful enough to completely nuke Drew's master plan. She will hold the key to his destruction. But every war has collateral damage. Because of Drew's rage and Alexis's discovery, Scout and Danny are going to be dragged right into the crossfire. The kids are going to be caught in a toxic tug of war, facing secrets they were never meant to know. The family is going to shatter, and there will be no putting the pieces back together. Here's where things get messy. Alexis and Diane are currently looking to hire a new associate for their law firm. You would think they just want a sharp, fresh-faced lawyer to help with the caseload. Absolutely not. The person they are going to hire is a plant, a mole. I am predicting this new lawyer is not a normal attorney at all. This new associate is going to have deep buried ties to the WSB or a highly classified cold case. They are infiltrating the law firm specifically to gain access to privileged PCPD files and manipulate evidence right under Anna and Dante's noses. Their arrival is going to compromise every major legal case in town. Curtis's plea deal, Britt's false diagnosis fallout, the Jen Sidwell prosecution. All of it will be tampered with. This new lawyer is going to put half the residents of Port Charles in extreme legal and physical jeopardy. Let us cross the ocean for a second. Laura Collins is heading to Ireland. The rumor mill is saying she is going there because her marriage to Kevin is falling apart. I am not buying that cover story for a single second. Laura is going to Ireland on a secret mission, and she is going to unearth a massive, terrifying Cassadine secret. I am talking about a hidden vault, a secret ledger, or better yet, a character we all thought was dead and buried. The Cassadines always leave traps behind. Laura is going to stumble onto a truth that rewrites history. This discovery is going to send a shockwave across the Atlantic, hitting Valentine and Charlotte right when they thought they had escaped the darknet. Whatever Laura finds in Ireland is going to be the catalyst for the next great Port Charles disaster. Finally, let us talk about Rick Lansing. Rick is back, and he is hovering around Alexis, making Molly incredibly paranoid. But Rick's real target is not Alexis. His target is Dante Falconeri and Elizabeth Baldwin. Rick cannot stand seeing them happy and thriving. So, what does he do? He uses the upcoming charity softball tournament a fun, innocent community game, right? Wrong. Rick is a master manipulator. He is going to pull strings behind the scenes, manipulate the rosters, and orchestrate a highly public, incredibly humiliating scenario. He is going to use this softball game to ignite a massive feud between the families. Old resentments will boil over. Secrets will be shouted across the field. Rick is going to turn a charity event into a literal battlefield, leaving Dante and Elizabeth's relationship hanging by a thread. The board is set. The pieces are moving. Jason is leaving the throne empty. Hudson is hunting his prey. Anna is losing her mind to a phantom poisoner. Serena is stealing an empire. Tristan is bringing the mob to the hospital's front door. Drew is burning his family to the ground. A WSB mole is infiltrating the justice system. Laura is waking the dead in Ireland. And Rick is lighting a match to watch the whole town burn. The fallout is going to be catastrophic, and someone is not going to survive the week. Keep your eyes peeled, because the real nightmare is just beginning.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.